Are you trying to develop yourself on your own? Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast. Make sure you hit the subscribe button wherever you're watching or listening so you don't miss any future episodes. Are you ready? Let's get started. Let's just be clear. There's no such thing as a self-made person. And just as clear, let me state this. There's no such thing as a self-made leader. And yet too often we act like we need to do it on our own. We place pressure on ourselves to be smarter and that we should be able to figure it out and all of those things. And that is all getting in your way, slowing down your pace and progress. So let's just start here. Leadership can be lonely, but you can't do it alone. The role of being a leader is too complex for us to try to have to come up with all the answers for ourselves, which means that we must change our mindset, which we have to realize that developing ourselves, number one, is important, not just developing our team, but developing ourselves. And it's too important to try to do it by ourselves. We have to get help. We can't do it on our own. So that means we need to find our people. You need to find your people. Who are the people that will support you, will encourage you, will challenge you? They may be peers in your organization. They may be someone else that you know in another company that also is in leadership. You need to find the people that will come alongside you and support you, encourage you, and challenge you to become the leader you were born to be. And then you have to find your process, which means what are the resources that I'm going to use? Hopefully you see this series, whether you're watching or listening, as part of your development process. I'm coming alongside to help you in that regard. But it's what are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to? All of those things. Find your process and find your process for getting coaching, whether it's from your peers, from your boss, or whatever. And remember to include your team, because the people that have the most insight, or very important insight, into how well you're leading are the people that you're leading. So do you have a way to have a feedback loop with them, to find out from them how they think you're doing, what you could be doing to help them be more effective? Make sure you're including your team as you're trying to build the group that's going to help you develop yourself. Now, organizationally, there's a couple of things to think about this too. If you put on your hat of how do we help our organization, our leaders organizationally, the first one is to set clear expectations. Set clear expectations that development of individual leaders is a team sport, that it's not something we do on our own. So set the expectation that you want people to interact with others, that you want people to learn from and help and encourage each other. And organizationally, you need to provide process and resources. Now, you may be doing some training, you may have some resources, and if that's the case, you want to make sure all your leaders know about those. But regardless of your budget, and regardless of how much you're investing in your leaders in the traditional ways, you can certainly be providing processes and resources to help, to encourage. You can be recommending things. There are so many free resources like this video or like this podcast that could be a part of that. How are you doing that? And then the last thing I will say to you organizationally is to get help. That you may need some help to help your leaders, just like your leaders can't do it alone. Maybe you organizationally can't do it alone either. Let me close with today's remarkable reminder. Leadership can be lonely, but you can't develop as a leader alone. Who's helping you grow and develop? That's the right question. Who's helping me grow and develop? Organizationally, how are we helping our leaders grow and develop? And if you want help thinking about that organizationally, you can reach out to us and we can talk. Just send an email to info@kevineikenberry.com and we can have a no obligation conversation. We've been doing this for a long time. We'd be happy to take a look at what you're doing, answer your questions. Maybe we can help and maybe we can't, but either way, that conversation should be helpful. Hope you'll take advantage of that, and I hope you'll be back next week for another episode of Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast.